Of salt water continues to move its way up the Mississippi River. Efforts are underway to slow a mass inflow of salt water creeping up the Mississippi River and threatening drinking water supplies in the southern part of Louisiana. Well, to give us some insight on saltwater intrusion, we have Dr. Dorina Mergolette, director of the Center for Water Supply Studies at Texas A&M University in Corpus Christi, joining us this afternoon. Thank you for being here, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
First question for you, what is saltwater intrusion and why is it happening along the Mississippi River?
Well, I'm a hydrogeologist by profession, so when I hear the term saltwater intrusion used regularly, I think of different intrusions, and that is saltwater intrusion in rivers, on upstream rivers, but also in aquifers. So the reason for both is that there is a difference in density between the freshwater in the rivers or in the aquifers and the saltwater. And because saltwater is denser than freshwater, it will push its way upstream. That's when not enough freshwater is flowing towards the Gulf, both on the ground and underground. So that is the main driver in Mississippi River is that most of the Mississippi River in Louisiana is below sea level, the riverbed, which means that below sea level will allow saltwater to migrate inland if there is not enough fresh water to flow further downstream.
Now, do these types of intrusions happen frequently? Have there been other incidences of this happening in the same area in the past or in other areas?
Yes, in Mississippi River, it's not the first time this is occurring. It happened in 1936, in 1988, and it was because of drought, drastic droughts, and another one in 2012 that occurred there. So it's not the first time they are witnessing this. They have dealt with it before. It's just that it's much more significant this time around because of the climate change and the higher sea level. And so therefore, higher sea level, the land then the bottom of the river is lower now, right, than today's sea level. And storms and higher tides and all of this that we're experiencing more and more frequent today lead to an easier path for that saltwater to migrate upstream.
And then the drought, of course, reducing the amount of fresh water coming into those rivers.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the second year. The Midwest is part of the big watershed, right, that Mississippi River is. And this is where we have to think about those integrated management strategies that we cannot just think about there is lower flow down in Mississippi and upstream we're continuing to irrigate crops and we're continuing to use water as it didn't impact the downstream portion of the watershed. And that is usually the coastal areas that see the impact of drought when it comes to upstream practices.
So let's talk solutions.
Absolutely.
Let's talk solutions. What's the best way to combat these intrusions and to fix the problem?
So are you referring to what they can do now or what we can do to prevent them?
Both.
Okay, so I know they're already working on trying to prevent or slow down migration of the saltwater wedge or the tow with building underwater barriers. That means that that the migration of the saltwater wedge would be stopped or slowed down by a barrier underwater. Yes, but that will only slow down for a little while because as the saltwater keeps on coming inland, right, and upstream the river, the level of that saltwater wedge, which is usually at the bottom of the river, you have this layer of salt water, will eventually go above the barrier and so start migrating further upstream. The idea is with this barrier that they're putting right now is that toe, it's above where the toe right now is, which is the front of the wedge, right, will migrate upstream upwards like this and turn back with the surface flow of the river, so carry it back into the Gulf. But once there is enough of that wedge height to go over the barrier, that's not going to work. So to prevent, like I mentioned a little bit of that already, we need to think ahead of how to save water during drought conditions. So, in water reuse, incentivize water reuse upstream. Back in the 1988, I think, or earlier, when they had the same problem, they were talking about stopping pumping of groundwater and irrigation up in the Midwest. And so this is, brings in the groundwater. We're not thinking about it because groundwater sustains the flow, which we call base flow of the rivers during drought conditions. So, using surface water or river water or groundwater without planning and managing ahead is going to impact.
Sounds like a combination then of using less water and then also some man-made architecture to prevent this from happening, at least as a stopgap measure.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Dr. Margolette, thank you so much for joining us today and really explaining this for us.